Okay, I got time to float along until I reach the water. Falling down, I wonder if I'll burn out when I hit the bottom. Every day I'm swimming through the galaxy, I feel the heat. The sun is shining through the blinds and washing over me. I see the giants waving me on over.
Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at some test hands. A lot of people have been asking for test hands with my MCS Dark Magician deck. What would test hands look like? How would I play the deck? We're going to go into some solo modes. We're going to look at combos like Souls by itself, Rod by itself, just Brand Fusion by itself, and stuff like that if you have them in combination. And I hope you guys enjoy. We're going to get into those combos now. Alright, here we go. This is the first test hand. This is really good. If we're going to go through every play one by one. If you think they have Ash, I would start with Preparation of Rites. But if you don't think they have Ash, but they usually have Ash, if you're playing ranked, this is just a solo, so we can like go greed mode here. But if you think they have Ash, I would always start with Preparation of Rites to bait out the Ash, because they might think you're playing a ritual deck, like I don't know, ritual deck. Liberal Masters probably plays Preparation, and maybe they want to stop that. But if you don't think they have it, Souls can send Preparation for extra draw because it's a spell trap. So we're gonna actually start with Illusion of Chaos. Or if you don't think they have Ash, I would start with Rod here actually, because we need Souls to get most of our engine online, because we already have Salvation here because we open good. But I would start with Rod here. Rod will usually search. Since we have already have Salvation, I would just get Soul Servant here. And we can do this now, Illusion of Chaos. And I'll probably send a Dark Ruler here because we already have an extra send off prep. We can send the Dark Ruler back into the deck if we need it later in the duel. Get it back, and then we keep Illusion of Chaos in hand for next turn to search another piece of our combo. Rod can get another secrets, maybe to OTK. Those can get Illusion of Chaos can get Souls, and then with Salvation on the field. But we're usually gonna send Salvation here to draw extra cards. So we're gonna start with Souls here. Souls will send Dark Magician. So we can summon it back with the Eternal Soul. We do Salvation here, Salvation, the Eternal Soul. And we're actually gonna use Soul's effect here to send Salvation, any extra prep in hand, because we started with Illusion of Chaos. And then we chain Soul Servant here to get Circle. Evenly, which is not very good. We get Circle here to see what's on top. We actually see Terraforming, which is the best case scenario, because now we can do this Soul Servant, Terra, and we can search Village. So this is a good end board here. This will probably beat most Runic Strike matchups. You can always link if you're under Maxi. I wouldn't link here. It might have Maxi. You can link Rod away into Artemis, so you can recycle Rod next turn. And then you have them on their village. So this pretty much beats most Runic Sprite matchups. They can't use the Runic cards. They can't use starter to get out their sprite names straight from the deck. And you can Eternal Soul, summon back Dark Magician, Circle Banish their normal summon, so they can't use their sprite names in hand to special summon themselves for free. That's pretty good. So they would have to, the only out to this board would be like normal summoning Carrot. What they usually play Carrot at 1. If they sack you like that, that's pretty bad, but yeah. Against other sprite variants, Life Twin Sprite is kind of bad unless they get greedy with like, sometimes they like to get greedy and this board can easily out them. They use the Life Twin name, they normally summon the Life Twins or summon a Life Twin from deck. And they go into Gigantic, which you can circle ban before you can use this effect, and then they have no normal summon. And they have no level 2, rank 2, or link 2 to special summon their sprite names. And we're good from there. Fabricate Sprite, you can always banish a normal summon the same way. But they could have Harass in hand, which is a problem. Other decks, this really doesn't do anything against like Math Mech, because they can always play through it with their monsters. Usually a monster heavy deck. Sword Soul, this also doesn't really do anything. It just stops the Emergence or Pot of Desires. But this really stops Brandon Destiny as well. They can always have the Albaz. So this sometimes you don't want to link it to Artemis because they can have the Albaz to trade with the Artemis. this card that has Mirror Jade, that it can quick effect Mirror Jade Banish, which will force you to get Eternal Soul out early. They might have another, and they can just attack over with Mirror Jade. Or they can just go to the end phase and do something. Alright, so we're gonna go over to the next test hand. Alright, so this is the next test hand. We started with Brain Infusion in hand. Which is very good. So we can start with Salvation. Notice it sets Eternal Soul. Then we can use Souls to send Dark Magician. And then we can use Brain Infusion here actually. We can use Brain Infusion. You can send another copy of Dark Magician. If you think they have Ash, you can bait it out with like Souls. They'll send Souls. You can bait out with Souls and Salvation. But we know that this is a bot, so he doesn't have Ash. You have to like predict their plays, like if they have Ash or not. Like that's why I said like these solo mode, gonna have to play different on the fly. So here we don't have access to Circle, so we can go for Dragonite, but like all the Sprite variants, they run Sprite Smashes without Dragonite very easily. I'd rather take Mirror Jade here, and with the Maxi, we could draw into Rod or Circle with the Salvation draw, but I would just take Mirror Jade here. In this meta, Dragonite is not really that good with Eternal Soul, unless you know you're facing like if they have like Labyrinth Field or Sky Striker Field, because people sometimes reveal their deck with their sleeves. If they they have like Sky Striker or Labyrinth, you could go for Dragonite because control matchups have a very hard time dealing with Dragonite plus Eternal Soul. But most meta decks, they have outs to it. Mathmech has their Send 3 with Purse, the one that uses 3 level 4s. I don't know how to say their name. Torso has Changyang, Tri Brigade has Shureg, Sprite has Sprite Smashers, and the Light Twin Sprite variant has Sunny, which can send a non-target send a card. So really, Dragonite is it's full powercraft at this point. Really need Dragoon. If we could make Dragoon here, I would make Dragoon here. We can't make Dragoon here, unfortunately. I keep talking about it in every video, but yeah, Dragoon would be like the best case scenario here. But we're just gonna make Mirror Jade, Blue Dragoon, and then we send one off of Salvation, and we actually draw into a way to get to Rod. So we're gonna continue going here. This would be like a Hand of Dreams, but if we get Ash on like Brain Infusion here, this is like it changes the composition of the deck. But here, since we have both Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician in hand, we can get a draw 2 here. And we can also get the Circle Banish online. Draw another copy of Brain Infusion, not bad for next turn. We can get 2 copies, and we get Secrets here to fuse during their opponent's turn. This is a pretty good hand. I wish we could get access to that Terraforming so we can get Village Lockup as well, but sometimes you win some, lose some. So this ends on banish anything on the field. Non-target banish a monster and Maxi. You can probably trade the Eternal Soul for the Called By if they have Called By, so you can Maxi couldn't resolve. But yeah. Alright, so this is another test hand with Rod Souls. We have Called By here, so we really don't have to care about Ash. We can just do it the way that we would always do it. Illusion of Chaos. Illusion of Chaos, get Souls. We could either send evenly or Illusion of Chaos back, but I want to send evenly for draws. Greed draw here. We start with Souls, Soul send Dark Magician. You're most likely gonna see Soul send Dark Magician unless you have like unless you have Brain Infusion plus Souls in hand. You might want to send DMG. So here we want to get Circle, I think. Yeah, Circle. We want to see what the top cards of the deck are, so we can send off of Souls. And we draw really good here, so this probably beats most Sprite matchups here. And we can play around the Ash because we have Called By. And we can Terraforming into Secret Village. And we have the circle loop up with Secret Village. This is what you want to get every starting turn. You can always link it to Artemis, as I said before in the first test hand. It's pretty similar. You can go for Mirror Jade here, but that's kind of spooky. You can go Verte, like before I did talk about. You can do Verte into Mirror Jade, but I'd rather Verte into Dragoon so we can get. Keep talking about Dragoon because he's a spellcaster. But you can Verte into Mirror Jade here, but you lose the spell lock, and they can do quick play spells, which they might be able to call by the Grave Dark Magician if you try to like summon him instantly. But yeah. Okay, so this is like a really bad hand. I would start with Circle here to test out the Ash, but we know that they have Ash, so we can go Green Place to try to play out this hand optimally. So we would start with probably Brand of Fusion here. Going to Lubellion, always send the Dark Magician, or if you already have Dark Magician, send Dark Magician Girl. If you have Dark Magician Girl, I'll probably send Rod. We use Lubellion to discard this Dark Ruler since we're actually going first. And we make Mirror Jade here. So we at least have Mirror Jade up. And now we can try to search for our other piece of our combo. So we're going to start with Circle. What we have on top of our deck. We have Village and another Brand of Fusion, which is pretty bad. So this is probably a bricked hand. I'll probably get Cold by here. I don't know if it's even worth putting down Chicken Game. Like, this is like a bricked hand here. So sometimes you brick on the branded engine, no Dark Magician cards, even though we have 5 copies of Illusion of Chaos with Prep, and pretty much 8 copies of our monsters, because we have 3 souls, 3 rod, and we still brick. But this is the Dark Magician way, bricking on secrets, of course. If we got souls off the top, it would be so good, but and sometimes it's just Mirror Jade pass, and that's all you got. Alright, this is another godly hand. I'm doing these all in a row, but we're just cutting out the parts in the middle of it. This is another good hand here. We can always send evenly off of Illusion of Chaos. We get Rod here, but we're gonna put Illusion of Chaos back on top because we want a greed draw. And this is very good here. We can Souls, send Dark Magician, of course. We're gonna lose art. Gonna summon Rod's effect, and we're gonna get Soul Servant since we can combo that up with Circle. And here's probably double banish again with Mirror Jade. You can get secrets here to just get hard for next turn to fuse. We get Chicken Game, which is pretty good. We might want to go for that. We haven't sent anything, right? So we'll just draw with Soul Servant here. Chicken Game. We'll draw 1. And then we can prep, or we can send. We'll probably. We might want to keep prep in hand. Actually, we'll just prep for Illusion of Chaos now. Might as well for next turn. That's what you want to do. And then you want to use Chicken Game. I mean, you want to use Soul's Effect to send Chicken Game and probably evenly. And we just open Crazy. So this is probably the best possible hand you can get. Yeah. Can Branded Fusion, I think we'll just discard Illusion of Chaos. This is the best possible hand you can get. We send Girl here. Unfortunately, we can't get the 2 draws off the Soul Servant. We can also make some Master of Chaos here, but I don't think that's worth it. We send Illusion of Chaos. Make Master of Chaos here, as you can see. But we would probably make Mirror Jade here. We would make Duel if he was legal, and then we have Village up. And we have Circle Banish, and we have Mirror Jade Banish, and we have Fuse on their bonus turn. Make Dark Magicians, which can give you extra draws. It's probably one of the best openings you can get, one of the best boards you can get. This is the board you should strive for. And we're gonna move on to the. I don't know what test hand is this. I'm just recording. I'm not counting, but we'll move on to the next test hand. Okay, this is our 6th test hand. I just counted. If you know from my last cut. So this is another very good hand. We can play around Ash because we have Cold Buy. Just say, nice Ash, bro. We can do that, search souls, and then we can do this, send one of the bricks from the deck. Dark Magician, summon souls. And this is very good here. We can get into Mirror Jade Pass, it looks like, or Mirror Jade plus Circle Banish, which is very good. Also have the extra draws from souls and Soul Servant. Might be able to see maybe Branded Fusion on top. We get Secrets. And we see Village on top, which is very good. Here I would probably get Village. Let's draw 1 to Village. And this is a similar board like last time. We probably don't want to. We probably just want to set, and we're not going to go into Mirror Jade here actually. This is the problem with the branded variant versus the Dragoon variant. We're ending on a pretty lackluster monster board because we have Village up. We want to keep Village up at all times. If Verte and Dragoon was league at the same time, we can Verte into Dragoon, and we have a negate up. We'll probably keep like Secrets in hand to discard the negate. Or we can like, yeah, keep Secrets in hand and discard for the negate, and we have Dragoon up, and then Circle Banish, Dragoon negate, Circle Banish, Village up. Pretty much win the game called by the grave as well. But yeah, this is pretty decent end board here. Probably beat most sprite variants. Alright, this is our final test hand. We opened pretty well here. We can just, yeah, we can pretty much do whatever we want here. We get souls here with Illusion of Chaos. If you think they have Ash, you might want to go Circle first. When you know that he doesn't have Ash, we're just going to play this optimally. Illusion of Chaos, search souls, put Illusion of Chaos back. We use Souls effect to special summon itself by sending Dark Magician. We activate Terraforming. If you think they have Ash, just keep Terraforming for the last card. And then we can do Salvation, shuffle the deck, get Eternal Soul Strength from the deck. And then Circle, you can see the top cards of our deck. You see a Maxi, which is very good here. I think we want to probably do Maxi and Souls for next turn. Yeah. I'm gonna send both Salvation and our copy up with Evenly Match. And we have Secret Village up with Souls. Try to go to battle phase, we can always summon Dark Magician and banish their normal summon, and we have Maxi for any special summons. Can't use Cold Buy. This board is weaker than other boards. It doesn't have Mirror Jade up. If we drew some Branded Fusion, it doesn't have Rod up, which is another spellcaster we can do. We can always normal summon souls and maybe go into like Dark. Want to do that, but if you're under Maxi, you probably don't want to do that. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're gonna go back to the title screen here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is the deck list. Again, probably gonna make a timestamp for this video. Deck list. Changed it around a little bit from my old deck list. I put in Dark Ruler instead of Super Poly. Let's see how that rolls. Good luck on your guys' rank climb, and peace.